Now, environmental officials in Waliwale in the Northeast region are calling for the immediate gazetting of environmental bylaws to ensure effective management of sanitation in the country. According to them, despite the existence of these sanitation bylaws in various assemblies, the lack of approval has limited the power of implementation and enforcement. The officers are also blaming politicians and some chiefs in the area for meddling in their work, by sometimes ordering them to stop taking action against persons who flout the law. Correspondent Ilyas Otanko has more.
The officers were speaking at a clean-up exercise held in the municipal capital to commemorate World Environmental Day. They said gazetting of the bylaws will empower them to deliver their mandate without fear or favor.
The municipal laws are not gazetted. So if you summon somebody, it's always difficult for you to send that person to court. But if they gazette our laws, we are now having the laws in our hands. So we will summon people and get them arrested, so that whatever they are doing, they will stop doing it. Because if we arrest 1 to 3 people, everybody will get the information. So they will stop the messes that they are doing around. But if the laws are not there and we cannot do anything, because if you go to summon somebody, if you send them to court, they will go back. Or at times you send them to court, political people will come in and intervene. So we cannot do the work. So if you are going to summon somebody, you will be thinking if you even summon that person, at the end, you will not get any good results, because political people will come out, or the elders or the chiefs will intervene into your work. So whatever you were expecting that person to do, that person will not do the work. So the work will still be there and it will not be done. So it's always difficult for us to summon somebody, because if you even summon that person, because the laws are not there to back you up, they will come in and intervene so that the work will not be able to go on well.
I would have loved the assembly to gazette the laws so that the environmental health officers can do their work perfectly, or if they refuse to comply by the environmental health officer, whatever they are telling them to do, if they are not willing to comply, then as the laws are gazetted, we can give them summons. If they didn't comply, we send them to court, and it will generate income for the assembly. But since our laws are not gazetted, sometimes our work, when you even send someone there, because the laws are not gazetted, finally the case will just go like that. It will just end without them taking any other actions.
The Waliwale town for years has been grappling with the challenge of poor sanitation, with indiscriminate dumping of rubbish, dirty and choked gutters, uncollected rubbish containers and open defecations, constantly threatening the health and well-being of the people. Also speaking at the exercise, Assemblyman for the Foni electoral area, Mohammed Sani.
I want to appeal to Assembly to come to our aid in terms of getting us a container which we will put here, a sustainable one though, so that we will make sure that the people dump their rubbish there. I will make sure, I will take that kind of lead road to make sure that the people put their rubbish on the container. Apart from that, you can see that it's not only about the rubbish. We don't have a toilet facility here, and my area is an old area. Yes, even though the assembly is emphasizing that we should build toilets, we should construct toilets in our houses, but we don't have spaces in our houses. So they need to give us a public toilet. Yes, other than that, open defecation will continue unabated.
The municipal chief executive, Arimiya Osomolaki, who led the cleanup exercise, in response assured the environmental officers of his full support, but also appeal for attitudinal change.
I want to appeal to the residents to take our own health as important as anything. God himself likes those who are clean. And you can see in the Bible, cleanness is next to what? Godliness. So if you are not clean, you cannot even get closer to your Lord. And then the Quran said, Inna Allaha tayyibun la yuqbalu illa tayyibun. Now God is clean, he will never accept your prayers if you are not clean. And I know, inshallah, they will all help me, help the municipal assembly for us to make Waliwale one of the neatest places in Ghana.
The World Environmental Day, celebrated annually on 5th June, is the United Nations' principal vehicle for encouraging awareness and action for the protection of the environment. Ilyasu Tanko reporting.